Hello, beautiful people. I am coming to you from my office floor right now. It is February. Last month was a crazy month, but I still wanted to make my vision board for 2022. So if anything and you're watching this and you haven't done your vision board yet or set your intentions for the year, let this be your sign that you can do this any day of the year. That's what I'm telling myself. I made a vision board last year and I had done a ton of research on kind of how vision boards work, why to even do a vision board, and the right way to do one. And I am blown away by my year last year and how I feel like I just designed my life. It was the movie reel of my year last year and it worked. So I'm gonna be sharing a few tips and tricks, kind of why I make one, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know down below, subscribe, get your cute contact paper, whatever this is called, and let's make a vision board together. Okay, so I wanted to just sit down and talk about why I make my vision board in the first place and why some of the most successful people in the world still make vision boards and why they work. And this to me was super fascinating. I was listening to this podcast by Mylett, who is an entrepreneur in the self-development space. I love him. I will link him down below. I listen to him all the time. And I was listening to this podcast that just changed the game for me. And he was talking about focus and why it is so important to have our goals and our visions and our dreams in front of us every single day. And he was talking about in this day and age, there are so many things trying to steal our focus all the time, trying to divert our attention and get us pulled into distractions. And it is our job to say, this is what is important. This is where I wanna go. There is a part of our brain he was talking about, and this just blew my mind. And maybe you already know this, but I just was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. So there's a part of our brain called the reticular activating system. I know I sound like so scientific right now, and it's not the sexy thing, but I love it. The reticular activating system is a bundle of nerves in our brain stem that filters out information. And so when it's the reason why we learn a new word and then we start hearing that word everywhere. We want a car and we start seeing it drive down the highway. We want a baby and there's all of a sudden pregnant women everywhere. They're always there, but we have trained our RAS to say, this is what's important to me right now. And so we start noticing those things everywhere. And so when we keep our goals and our visions like a movie reel of our life, we're constantly training our RAS to say, this is where I wanna go. And we start seeing opportunities everywhere and we are filtering out the noise of the world and saying, this is what's important and this is where I wanna go. So hopefully you learned something by that and that gives you a little motivation like it did me to make a vision board and to have it somewhere that you actually look at every single day. I'm gonna go over my vision board from last year and then we will make our new one. So before getting into this big daddy, I just wanted to say that you're not gonna find any Lamborghinis on here. There's not gonna be any homes, nothing like that. But if that is what you want, there is nothing wrong with that. This for me, and this is what has genuinely worked for me, is just writing down and just brain dumping what is truly the life that I wanna live. And so that would be, if I could give any advice from the research that I've done, from actually doing one myself, is that like completely just make this your own. And if you need to just wake up a little bit earlier and journal and just get some clarity, that is what has really helped me, is just writing down, who do I wanna be? What do I wanna have? What do I wanna contribute? What makes me happy? And then this is kind of like the movie reel, if you will, to the life that I wanna have and the goals that I have. So I have written goals, but I also wanna see like this visually every single day. It's like a movie reel of my life. Okay, so a few things on here because I don't want to go for so long and bore you to death. But I really wanted to start this YouTube channel and put some videos out on this channel, and I did that. I did a lot of decorating videos and they were so much fun, and that is actually a big goal for me this year, is to do more here on this channel. I am just loving it. I love being creative. That is what just fuels my soul. And so things like this little old Hollywood movie camera. I'm sorry, this is blinding. This thing has hit me in the head like 15 times already. So the sacrifice that I make to show you this. I'm just kidding. So this right here. This to me represented, don't make fun of me, I really wanted to do these like creative style. Anthony and I, we have a dance studio. We have a YouTube channel here where we do a lot of instructional dance videos, but I wanted to be more creative and have almost like mini music video style dance videos where it's like a whole story to be told. But we did that and it just brought me so much joy. I felt so fulfilled. I thrive and I am the happiest when I am creating, when I'm growing, when I feel inspired, when I'm learning. Those are the kind of things that I really feel like the most happy and the kind of life that I want to live. So dance, making YouTube videos like this is the stuff that really fuels me and will go on the vision board for next year. Down here, you'll see Mickey and Minnie. We love Disney World. We love taking our kids there, but that was a huge goal for my whole family. I have 6 sisters. And we had a big goal to go to Disney World, all of us. A big family trip with all of our kids last year, which was crazy that we made that happen. We hadn't seen a lot of our sisters in like 3 years because of the pandemic. My sister lives in Canada, so borders were closed. And so it was just a very magical moment, to say the least. I have Aruba up here. This is mine and Anthony's favorite place to go. Didn't think we were gonna be able to make that happen at the beginning of the year last year because we didn't really know where we stood of like travel and stuff like that. So we made that happen. We went for my 30th birthday. I have Jennifer Garner on here. 30, flirty, and thriving, trying to make myself feel better about turning 30. Just quotes on here that I love and live by. Don't let perfect become the enemy of progress. That is a huge thing that I try to remember every single day. Sometimes I want things to be so perfect that like I just don't even want to try sometimes, you know? So this is a reminder that nobody's perfect and perfect is the enemy of done and good. So that's me, but yes, just little sayings. I'm eating my hair right now. I'm a hot mess. Consistency, right here we have, I feel like this is a full-blown presentation. I'm sorry, this is blinding you. Down here, I have Andy Frisella at Mylett again. I told you I'm obsessed with him. He is awesome. But he's here with Andy Frisella, who is the owner of First Form. He has like one of the biggest podcasts, The Real AF, the MF CEO, and he came out with a program called 75 Hard. If you haven't heard of it, it's crazy. It is a mental toughness program, and at the beginning of the year last year, I put it on here, not thinking that I was actually gonna go through with it, but I finished the program. It is 2 workouts a day. 1 has to be outdoors. A gallon of water a day, 10 pages of a self-development book, a progress picture. You have to stay on your eating plan, so whatever plan you want, no cheat meals, you can have no alcohol. It is truly like the like self-discipline program. So I finished that. I had never been happier. I felt so proud. And yes, I would love to do it again because after the holidays and the month that I had, I am so ready to like get back on my health grind. So I might do that again this year. We will see. And right here it says, no other work transcends that of righteous, intentional parenting. So I knew that with being a working mom, I was never gonna, like balance was never gonna be a thing, but just whatever I'm doing, just doing it intentionally and having those moments with my kids. And I was able to start homeschooling this year. Anthony and I both homeschool our kids and while working and just kind of creating our business around our life and designing our life around that. So that was super awesome. But yeah, that is my vision board for 2021. I am so happy looking at this. Not everything came true. It's okay. It is a new year. I am gonna keep going after those goals and I'm excited to see what 2022 holds. So onward and upward, let us work on the vision board for 2022.
So you know it's getting real when the hair goes up. I really like to set the atmosphere when doing this, make it fun. It's a moment, you know? I like to frame my vision board and have it in a place that I'm actually going to look at, somewhere like my office. Before I made my vision board like this last year, I would just basically look through Cosmo and hope to find my life's biggest dreams on it, just slap it on a poster board, and I would never look at it. So I think the biggest difference is that I look at my true, genuine goals, and then I go on Pinterest and I find specific images to go with the life that I actually want to create. And you can do this on your desktop or your computer. You can keep it super simple, have it on your phone, just whatever you will enjoy looking at and see every day. I got this contact paper off of Amazon, and I think it just looks better than having that brown board on the back. So I could talk all things goal setting, planning, just living an intentional life all day long. So I'd love to know if you have any specific intentions for the year. Do you like to set big goals, specific goals, small goals? Do you have a word or an intention for the year? I would love to know. So I also wanted to mention that I write down very specific goals for myself almost every single day. So that definitely helps. And if you don't do that, it might be a good idea to put specific goals on your vision boards to go with your visual so you have clarity. I think at the end of the day, what made the biggest difference is really having exact clarity on what I want and writing it down without any limited beliefs. When I made my vision board last year, I wasn't sure I could be on camera. It still felt really uncomfortable to me, but I knew it was something I really wanted. So I put it on there. I really tried to focus on the why rather than the how. Then every day when I saw my vision board, I would decide the next right thing. It may be small, but something that just moves me in that direction.
All right, so I'm loving how it's turning out so far. I think the biggest difference that I'm doing this year is actually showing the actions to take than actually the goals themselves, if that makes sense. So I want to picture myself lifting the weights, picking up a camera, doing the work, dancing. I put our online platform here because we want to put out more content on there. So I want to be able to visualize myself actually doing the actions to get the results. So the book Atomic Habits talks about we don't rise to the level of goals, we fall to the level of our systems. So I wanted to put healthy food on here, me actually doing the work. So that's the biggest thing. I'm gonna glue it and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done.
So here she is. I love how it turned out. I did go and add a few more things after, just a few more things I had for my goals, but I love how it turned out. It's a fresh start. It feels so good. So I am wishing you a beautiful year. If you like videos like this, give this video a like, and I will see you in the next one.